Welcome to the Real Film School. This is Abbas Akbar here. Um, this is a place whereby you learn everything about filmmaking for free. And most importantly, we talk about things which are essential to filmmaking, but they are not taught in film schools. Today we're going to talk about what makes a good film. Because it's a bit confusing. Sometimes we enjoy a film, but we'll have a lot of differing opinions. Somebody would like a film, and then somebody would say that, it's a shitty piece of film, but you may like it. This is my understanding, and I'm sharing this with you. Of course, I would love to hear your opinions about it. But generally, all good films deliver great experiences. All good films, all good series deliver great experiences. They need not just be about the story, they need not just be about the actor, the acting or whatsoever, but it's the combination of all of it that creates a great experience. Like just not too long ago I watched The Green Book. It's not what do you call it, it's not a very arresting, I wouldn't say it's a game-changing story or anything to do with cinematography or even to do with the way it's shot, directed, nothing. So unassuming but beautiful. I had a beautiful time watching the film. Such incredible performances, and it was so human. It was really human, and it delivered a great experience. So there are many films. There are films which has got great writing, great script writing involved, great the way they shot it, the CG, the making, the vision, so many things into it. But all good flicks have got one thing in common. They deliver great experiences. That's what they deliver. Sometimes you may like a film and then you feel that it's a good film, right? And especially as a filmmaker, when you're coming up, you are under the pressure to be very careful about the films you quote, because people always judge you. If you were to say that you like this film, people may judge you. If you were to say that you don't like this film, people may judge you. Like, you could be an upcoming filmmaker, and if you were to say that The Godfather is a bad film, somebody may judge you and say, how could you say that? How could you are you a filmmaker? They could say that. You see, according to me, I love The Godfather, but it doesn't mean that everybody should agree The Godfather is a great film. It doesn't mean that, because taste is subjective. You could just, maybe you could say that I prefer Transformers. That's really fine. It's really fine. You need not be pressurized by the collective opinion of the majority. You need not be pressurized by that. What's more important is that you stay true to what you like, to your preferences, to your taste. You stay true to that. That's more important. Do not betray your own self, right? You cannot betray yourself, right? That's the worst thing you can do. Imagine if you're one person and then if you're another person, imagine two versions of yourself, and this is the real you. You like certain things, but this is the version which you want to show to people, right? This is not the real you. So this guy always betrays this guy. He's not speaking him. Don't ever do that. Do not betray yourself. Be honest and in the position whereby, because that's the only way you will be able to learn who you are. And to know yourself is extremely important to make an honest craft, to inject your DNA, your signature inside your work. It's extremely important. They're all connected to each other. If you are betraying yourself, then you will not know yourself. If you do not know yourself, then yourself is not injected back into your craft. Directorially speaking, there will be an absence in DNA, directorial DNA as well. So continuing our discussion, so what makes a good film and a bad film? It is not the rules of filmmaking. No, it is not. It is not the actors. It is not the box office collections, because there are so many flicks, good films, legendary films which did not make enough money in the box office, but you can just Google them up. But they were later on accepted as great films, and so none of these really matter. What makes a good film is actually the experience that it delivers. Remember this, it's the experience that it delivers. Sometimes a film may have a great experience inside it, but it need not necessarily make money in the box office because of other factors, which I will cover with you as we go. There are business factors and variables involved. So sometimes it could be that so it is the experience at the end of the day. And sometimes a film is a piece of art. It can be subjective. Like you may enjoy one film and someone else may hate that film for everything that you enjoy it for. That is simply because of relativity, because you can relate to the story. So that's subjective as well also. So focus on the experience, ensure that the experience is it's an arresting one, something which people can enjoy, forget themselves and immerse themselves into, and try to understand and learn experiences better. We will cover more about experiences. We'll get into depths, details, you know, to the seabed of this world called experience, and try to educate you about things which you can never get in schools. So that would be our focus. But for now, focusing on experience and building a great experience will be what a good film is all about. So there are films which had great experiences, but it did not necessarily do well in the box office. But there are also films which were really bad, but they did kind of well in the box office. The truth is a little bit more elusive than what it seems like. Often people have this understanding that a good film makes money in the box office and a bad film does not do well in the box office. This is not really true because there are examples to which I've quoted to you before. A good film may do well may do really bad if it does not secure a good release. I'll talk more about this in my later videos. And a bad film may do well if you imagine a situation whereby there are no films releasing, and an average film or a bad film releases at that point of time. People want to go to the theater, watch something. You know what? They happen to make some money. That too happens. So you can't measure films with the amount of money they make. You got to measure them through their experiences. A good film and a bad film.